Let's make chile rellenos. Today we're gonna be making a chile rellenos and we'll see how this turns out. Let's jump right into this video. My stove is like behind me, so it's kind of like awkward because my camera is in front of me. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but we're just gonna kind of go with that. But first things first. I'm getting all tongue-tied here. We have our chile pasilla. I almost forgot that for a second. We have our chile pasillas right here, and we actually have to roast these peppers so we can peel them. That is the first step. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them all in here and get started. Okay, so my pan is already feeling pretty hot. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and place these peppers here into the pan. And I'm gonna cover them so the heat can really be trapped in the pan. So you wanna make sure that you flip them completely and they're roasted completely all the way around because we're gonna be peeling these peppers and then we'll move on to the next step. So give it like about a minute or so, just kind of keep an eye on them. So it's been a few minutes. I've been turning these peppers over and now they're about ready. So this is kind of what we want. We want them to look kind of roasted all around, perfect, just like this. So then that way it's a lot easier to peel, like I said. So I'm actually gonna be putting all the peppers into a plastic bag so they can get like really warm and sweaty, and then it's just a lot easier to peel. Yeah, and I don't want to peel them as soon as they're like off the stove because I'm gonna burn my little fingers. So here we go. Here's the first one. It's already juicy. It's nice and roasted everywhere. So we're just gonna place it into our bag. And you can already see with this pepper how the skin is starting to slightly come off. So we're gonna put them all in here. Oh, this one's beautiful. Woo! Nice and juicy. Okay. And then I'm gonna close it up like this. And I'm gonna set these to the side. And now I'm going to put a little bit of oil here. Definitely lower it. And then make sure there's oil all the way around. And I'm gonna place half an onion. And I'm going to put 4 tomatoes in here. I want to be quick. We're going to be putting 3 jalapenos and 1 serrano. We're going to make this spicy. Add a little tiny bit more oil in there and close it up. So we're going to leave it in there a few minutes. We're going to do the same, but this time with oil. The peppers, make sure you make them without any oil because you don't want to fry them. You just want to roast them. So this, we're going to slightly give them a slight little fry, but roast them all the way around. Do you hear that? That is super hot and they're super sizzling. Be careful with this step. Okay, so I'm just going to flip them. Perfect. They're getting brown just how I want them. Make sure to cover them so you don't get splashed by the oil or anything. You don't want to get burned. So we're just going to give it a few minutes and then we're going to toss these babies into the blender and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with our peppers. So here I have a little bit less than 2 cups of water. We're going to use this so our sauce can be a little saucy, a little brothy. not too much. So I think this is about ready. We're gonna get these out. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on a low, and we're just gonna go ahead and transfer everything over. So we want them to be like this, nice and juicy and roasted all the way around. So here we have our 4 tomatoes. Nice. And then we have our half of onion that's kind of coming apart, but that's fine. That's how we want it. We want a little bit of roasted on there. And then we have our 3 jalapenos and 1 serrano pepper. Now to this, I'm only gonna add about a tablespoon of chicken bouillon. And that is it. We're just gonna seal this up and we're gonna blend it and pour it back in. Okay, so it's ready. This is hot, so be careful when you are pouring your sauce into your pan. So we're just gonna pour it. And that's why I lowered the heat down to a low heat. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and cover it and leave the stove on a low heat. And we're gonna let it get nice and tasty, and we're gonna move on to the next step. So our sauce is on the stove, and now we have our peppers right here. They've been sitting here for a little bit, so they have definitely cooled down. So we're gonna take out one of our peppers, and we're just going to go ahead and peel them. It should be pretty easy to come off, and you wanna make sure that the pepper itself doesn't fall apart. So you do want to be gentle with them. Take your time. It'll be worth it. So this was the trickiest part. I went ahead, peeled, and I deveined the peppers, which is very, very tricky, and you have to be very, very careful because this can go completely wrong after this. So yeah, I just cut like a little slit and took the little seeds out and everything. So now I have my oil on the stove and it's getting warm. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna try and work as quick as possible with this. I just have the oil on a low heat so it can warm up. Here I have 3 egg whites, and so it's 3 whole eggs and 1 extra egg white. We're just gonna whisk these up really quick. Okay, here we go. Now we are going to stuff these with cheese. I have my cheese here, and I'm gonna do my best to try to make this work because unfortunately some of these peppers did kind of open up a little bit. But it's okay, you know, we just gotta go with it. I'm gonna fill them up like this. Try to add 1 more piece. No, I'm not gonna add another piece because it's already, we're gonna try and close it up if we can. And then we're just going to slightly dip them into flour, just a little bit, give them a little pat here, all around, like that. And then we're gonna dip them into our egg, like this. And they're gonna go straight into the pan and get the egg golden all the way around. Don't worry about getting your hands dirty. At least I'm not worried about it. So here we have it, and it's going into the pan. Now we're gonna go ahead and repeat that for all of these peppers. I just wanted to give you a little close-up. So we have our peppers here. I already browned them all the way around, and I'm going to transfer them into my sauce that is here. Nice and steamy. So let's do that. I'm going to transfer them over. And then we are going to let them sit for a few minutes here in the sauce. Delicious. It is ready. Our chile relleno is ready. I had already made some rice to go with this dish. It looks delicious and it even smells even better. You definitely want to let it sit in the sauce for about 10 to 15 minutes at low heat, so that way it still cooks like the cheese inside your pepper. It's nice and melted. And let's give this a try. Here is our pepper. Ooh, it is hot. Let me try this with a little bit of rice. Oh my gosh. This is another recipe that is to die for. These chile rellenos are delicious. The cheese is nice and melted inside the pepper. The egg was nice and golden, and the sauce, oh my gosh, it is spicy, but not super spicy. You can enjoy it, and it is perfect to pair with rice. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know if you get a chance to try it out, and I will see you guys in the next video. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.